I'm going to share with you what the 3 most important things in dog training are, and everything that I'm doing now with Uncle Sully is going to make sense when we get to the 3rd point, which I think may be the most important one. But if you're watching this with headphones, now might be a good time to take them out just for 1 second.
I believe I can fly.
Right, I promise you're safe from loud bangs moving forward with this video, which means we can get into the first most important area when it comes to dog training. That has to be leash handling skills. Yes, we do all want to be able to have a dog that is under complete control with no lead, no tools whatsoever, but that is an advanced skill set that takes years to be able to get to reliably, and many people don't really ever need to actually achieve that level. And regardless of where you want to take your training, the thing that remains the same for all dogs is that you and them will absolutely be happier, safer, under control, and able to live a wonderful, fulfilling life where you can both go anywhere you want together if you have beautiful leash handling skills. Which is why if you watch any of my videos where I'm working with clients' dogs, the first thing I always do with them is teach them good leash handling skills for a few reasons. One, it is the fastest and quickest way to flip the relationship between owner and dog to help them see that you are their loving leader that is guiding them, that is leading them through life and helping them overcome any obstacles that they may face. So when we're out and we see that scary dog, you don't need to panic, you don't need to be reactive, you just need to follow my loving leadership, and you'll see the weight of the world come off the dog's shoulders, and it will turn the chore of your day, taking your dog on a miserable walk that's a miserable experience for both of you, into the joy of your day, where it is a beautiful, fulfilling, fun and rewarding experience for both of you. Which takes us nicely on to the 2nd point, which is understanding competing motivators. Have you ever seen a dog or had a dog that is beautifully trained inside your house, so you know they know what you want from them, but as soon as you come out in the real world and the real distractions, they seem to forget all of that hard work? Well, they haven't forgotten, they're just choosing to ignore you, and they're choosing to ignore you because the motivation of doing something else is higher than the motivation of listening to you. And that is the root cause problem for the vast majority of problem behaviors, especially when we go out into the real world. Uncle Sully's favorite thing in the world ever is retrieving something. He has just sat waiting patiently, calmly, with good manners under my control whilst I've been waffling to this weird camera over there, even though he is desperate to go and get that thing. He is fighting those competing motivators, and through our training, I've been able to train him to understand that even if there is something extremely motivating, if I ask you to sit and stay and wait, you do so. If I ask you to come back because chasing that squirrel in front of that car is going to get you killed, you do so. If I ask you to walk to heel, even though you want to explode and start barking at that other dog over there, you do so. We win the scales of motivation every single time. And if you understand competing motivators, you can now flip those scales into your favor and have the dream dog that you've always wanted, which takes us into the 3rd and most important part of this video, which is exactly what I'm working on with Uncle Sully in this training session right now, which is understanding impulse control. Competing motivators and impulse control sit hand in hand. If you can have great leash skills with your dog and then be able to have them understand fighting their impulses to go towards things that are of high motivation to them, you will have a dream canine companion. And although every part of his brain right now is desperate to go and get that dummy launcher that I now sent minutes ago, he has sat without me having to tell him, fighting that impulse to go and retrieve, remaining in control, listening to me, with me needing no amount of punishment. It means we're going to be able to have success. And because he has fought those impulses so beautifully, now is a good time to reward that impulse. And the way I'm going to do that, Sully, is send him for that retrieve. I'm rewarding him with the thing that he wanted anyway, with the thing that his impulses were telling him to go and do. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Sit. I've asked him now to sit and wait, and he will now sit and wait, even though it'll be much more fun to go over there. It'll be much more fun to run and play. He's controlling those impulses. I'm winning that scale of motivation. And if I now want to go into a public place, I can pop him on a lead using my basic obedience and have my dream canine companion, and you can too.